Yeah, sorry if I'm maybe a little bit low in energy. I'm recovering from a fever. Okay. Hello, my name is Gabriel Barrera, and my topic is on mass media and its effects on young youth, children. My claim is that mass media affects the moral standards of its young consumers and how they act in society and view issues. So let's see. Mass media. There's an argument that mass media do not have significant effects on our society, especially in our youth, and arguments that it's very harmful and harmful and I'm sorry. I'm not too good at this.
You're doing fine.
Okay, so let me just go through. Mass media has shown negative effects on views of children. I'm really blanking now. I should have brought something else. Mass media has shown negative effects on the behaviors of children, such as there are studies found that show a connection towards children's anxiety levels in the short term and long term, connected to the amount of news media and entertainment that they consume on a daily basis. They show that children being aware of certain hazards that occur in their area that they see on the news, such as a accident or some sort of crime that has occurred, may induce some anxieties and then a sort of paranoia in their daily lives that most of the time do only last short term, but in cases do cause long-term effects that if not addressed may cause issues to them as growing up. There is also imagery that appears in movies and in other entertainment that could cause some fears and fears. I don't know. Let's see. Violence. A common argument towards harmful effects of media is towards things like video games and violence and entertainment, and how that may increase a child's aggression and show them what is correct behavior, incorrect behavior, and have them see that as normal. Let's see. There are also bad habits that could develop influenced by media. Most popularly is smoking. How that's been portrayed in the past as very cool in a way, having a lot of popular main characters in films having scenes where they smoke in a very appealing way. Let's see, there's also been there's also been studies trying to show some positive effects of media, trying to see how children may be affected by watching informational programming and such things on the National Geographic and such, and if that information does stick to children as much as it should. The studies trying to see trying to see and connected towards a children's development of emotional and social skills due to watching behaviors on TV. Don't have much else after.
Is that your last speech?
I think so.
Okay.
Right, Gabriel, I think that your proposition is clearly identified, although it does have multiple parts to it. You've got two ands in that sentence, and that's a little bit problematic. One of the things that'll help you more when you present next time is to have the structure kind of built into your head. You want to have the idea that here are the 2, 3, 4 main points that I'm trying to make in my argument. And if you can remember those things, even if you get stuck at some point, you can at least come back to those particular points and remind people of what the idea is. Even if you've run out of the information, you can maybe explain it a little bit. Yeah, you get stuck a couple of times because it feels like you haven't got a very clear plan as to where it is you're going with the information. Now, you've got an outline here, and did you have the rough draft also? Because I'm supposed to have that. And it seemed to me like you had a good setup based on what had been submitted to me before. I seem to remember that there was a pretty positive structure, but you don't really hold on to that structure for the presentation. I think that's the problem.
Yes.
All right? Thank you. I said thank you, and that made people think that I was done. I was thanking him because he handed me the piece of paper. He handed me a piece of paper. I was saying thank you to that. Sorry about that. Yeah. Well, whatever. It's okay. I have a few more comments to make, so give me a chance to make those, and then we'll be finished here. The evidence at best, you are citing your interpretation of something that you've read, but I never get any source citations. There's not any statistic. There's no direct quote that you give us. Sometimes you refer to vague examples in movies or in television shows where kids might be affected by something that they've seen, but that's as close as you get to citing any particular cases, and I think that's a little problematic. You need to have data in the speech, and right now it's at best a summary of stuff that you've read, and for the most part it really isn't meeting the expectations of the kind of proof that you need to have for an argument. You beat yourself up a little bit while you're speaking. You kind of, look, the audience will do plenty of that for you, although we're going to be pretty supportive. Let us make the judgment about what's going right and what's going wrong. You just do the best you can to get through it, and don't make it worse on yourself. I think that you started off pretty well. You have an idea about where you're headed, and then you just kind of struggle the rest of the presentation to get through those points. And if you have your structure, you can come back to that, remind everybody of those particular points, move on to the next thing. That's probably the best way to proceed there. You just need a lot more practice before you get up to give the presentation. I'm sorry that you're not feeling well also. That does make it extra complicated. Thank you now. All right.